Hey everybody, it's Nick James from Hotspawn, and I've now collected 4 out of 5 MKOI players, so I just need El Yoya from your next series, and then you're like a generation of Pokemon, you know? I've got you all in the Pokedex. So we're going to begin with, we'll begin with the series, and then we'll get a little bit goofy with it. I just talked to Supa, and he said that Game 1, it felt like you guys could. Game 1 and 3, felt like you guys could have won at points even though you were behind. Yep. And he felt like in Game 2 and Game 5, you really understood your comp. You were able to execute on it. Just that Game 4, not Game 5.
Yeah. I understood.
In Game 4, you know, as he put it, you fucked up a couple times and BLG punished for it. But how do you view the series? What are the takeaways for like things you did well that you guys are proud of? And what are the things that you're like, we can improve on that for lower brackets so that we can try to make that run to finals?
I think it's showed up that we are training the resilience in scrims. We never give up. And for example, something that I'm a bit surprised is that Asian teams sometimes give up in scrims. Which I think for us it gives also a mental advantage because you know, if they are giving up, that means that they are probably not having a great time. But I mean, we were already used to. We already had bad games in scrims. So coming today, I mean, the first game, I think it was a bit harder, but at one point it was actually winnable when we almost get the Drake, but we lost a fight 3v5.
It was so close.
Yeah. Then the second game was fine. Then the third game, I mean, we were, I would say, pretty calm. But at one point when we did the Nashor and I think we got too excited and we tried to go for the mid tower instead of the Drake.
Got a little hype, yeah.
Since they had a comp that needs to win early because they were like Elise, like the draft was basically made for early game. They could stack Drakes, and when we lost that Drake with Infernal Soul, it becomes really hard to fight. And then I don't know, like last game. I mean, I'm already remembering. You know, I remember everything in my head. Like 4 game, I mean, in mid fight. It was so sad, but you know, happens, and we will beat them next time.
Bro, you were popping off in several of those games. Like, you looked like a Secret Service agent for Supa. You're like, get down, Mr. President, body blocking cocoons all over the place. How do you feel, just like super quick, doesn't have to be in-depth, just like, how do you feel about your performance? Because backstage here, we were really impressed at a lot of points with just your positioning, your awareness, and your ability to, like, especially in those games when you're behind, you were finding a lot of just, like, picks on people that BLG wasn't expecting. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's my, I would say, is my biggest quality, I would say. Like, I think, for example, they are a bit smarter still than me about the game. Like, I think On is a really good support, but I wanted to get advantage from what I am better, and, for example, engaging and finding these details. I think I'm a bit... I would say this series, it was good. I think I can still even show up more. I think from scrims I could even see it as well. And yeah, I think for me, how we need to prepare into, for example, Chinese teams, they play really aggressive from early game. So I think if we can stabilize the early game, because today was a bit harder. It was a bit rough. So if we can stabilize from there, I think we have a really big chance into them.
Awesome. Okay, we will now stop talking about Pro Blight. We'll get to the fun stuff. So the thing I've been talking about with your teammates that's been really funny is I found out in an interview that Merwin is a huge PvE lover. Like, he loves Swarm, he loves Odyssey, and it turns out that last year when Swarm came out, he said, I just didn't play any solo queue, man. I was like only playing Swarm. And I brought that up to Supa, and Supa was saying that he loves Odyssey.
I remember.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So the question is, are you a fan of PvE game modes? Is MKOI just a group of people who absolutely adore the PvE modes? And then, which is your favorite out of Odyssey, Swarm, and Star Guardian Invasion?
Yeah, I would say Odyssey is the most fun because it was the one that I actually tried hard the most.
Hell yeah.
And I remember I have the icon of the hardest mode. Like I was able to beat it.
You beat the raid boss Kane. Yeah.
And it was actually like I remember that there was sometimes that it was comps of full Yasuos. I remember.
Yeah. Like 900 tornadoes just like spinning out everywhere.
I mean, that game mode, I wish they can bring it back because I think it was the best. Like, it was the most fun. And then, I mean, you know, we have Mirwin and Jojo Pyun. They don't play much solo queue. So if they can find an excuse and play something else, you know.
Yeah. Supa was saying that Mirwin was like messaging you guys, being like, "This thing's OP in Swarm. You should build this in Swarm."
And then, like, for example, Jojo Pyun is in Aram. So
Jojo's an ARAM.
Yeah, he's an ARAM player.
So what I'm hearing is that in order to win LEC, you need to play all of the modes that aren't Summoner's Rift. So do you think Brawl, now that Brawl is out and you guys have a new game mode that isn't Summoner's Rift, you'll get even better next split?
I mean, let's see, because we have some specialized already. Like, I think probably, like, I mean, I remember Mirwin, for example, Mirwin in Arena, because it's another game mode. I mean, they are too crazy. Like, they are so good. They always know everything, and when I play, I feel like a noob, you know?
Bro, I'm
just playing solo queue every time.
I'd be so tilted if I loaded up for Arena and I got, like, MKOI Mirwin on the other side.
You can imagine. We are playing in our room in the hotel, like in the practice room.
Yeah.
Melfed is playing with Thef, like both coaches, and they need to face Eljoya and Mirwin, and they know every single technique or trick, and they can never beat them. So
they're just seeing the Matrix.
Yeah, they get so angry.
Yeah.
Which is funny, you know.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but skill issue, get good.
Yeah, get good.
Yeah,
get good.
Awesome. So the next question, also nothing to do with pro play, but I like asking it to pros because it's fun to see you guys make your imagination work a little bit. Have you seen Arcane? Have you watched Arcane?
I have seen the first season and 3 episodes of the second one, but I dropped it.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously you get the idea. It's an animated show about Arcane, about like League of Legends' characters. Riot has said there will be another show. There will be a new season. It might be Noxus, but nothing's been announced. Let's say that Riot came to you and was like, Alvaro, we're out of ideas. You have to decide who the next season focuses on, what region of the world gets the next show. Who do you want to see get like a 2-season animated show, and who would you like to see it focus on?
So I don't know much about lore, like about the lore.
You just pick your favorite characters.
Think, I will say Freyr. I think they have the best, the best theme. I will say is Freyr. I really like the champions, and I'm also the kind of person that looks likes the cold and everything. So I will say Freyr looks good.
Heck yeah. So we're talking about like a kind of League of Legends, Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I have heard that it's good.
Yeah.
When I have time, maybe I see it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's awesome.
And I will say also, I'm not sure how it is called, but the one that is Spike, it's
Bilgewater.
Yeah,
the pirate area.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one I think will be cool.
That
as
would
well.
be really cool. They got a bunch of sea monsters and stuff, and yeah.
Which one would you like?
Oh, so hard.
Now I'm doing the interview.
Now you're doing the interview. Does that mean I'm on MKOI now? I just got promoted.
You can come.
Hell yeah.
What role do you want to have?
Do you guys have a space for a lethal tempo Tarek jungle player?
Oh my god.
Never mind. I just got kicked off. Bro. I think I want Yorick eventually. I want like a Shadow Isle season, but I think like you'd have to go too far back into the past to like do Viego stuff. So like
Viego
next season,
really cool. It's my favorite champion, Viego.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I want Freljord. I think that'd be good. But I also think the Noxus season would be fun. Next question, equally nonsense as the last one. Riot's been doing these themed seasons where like Summoner's Rift gets a new look that sort of matches the season. We did Noxus, we did Ionia, there's mini games and skins and stuff. If you got to choose like the theme, and it doesn't have to be, like we're talking about a region of the world, Riot has said eventually once they run out of regions, they'll do skin lines like Project or High Noon or Star Guardian or whatever. If you could choose the look for Summoner's Rift and the theme for all the skins and stuff, what do you think would be like a cool vibe for a season?
I mean, I think afterwards the cool vibe will be whoever won Worlds.
Ooh.
I think that will be cool. Like I remember, for example, the best skin lines that I enjoy the most is IG in Victus Gaming. So that's the first thing that came into my mind.
IG Kais is so sick.
Yes. Every skin like Camille. Like,
yeah.
So I think that will be cool. But then during the season, I will say, it will be hard, but. If I need to, like, for example, High Noon, I like a lot, but for example, when it comes to Halloween, I think they could do the theme of the skins.
Oh,
that
the
are
Fright
Halloween.
Night ones?
Yeah, I think they could make it work, but I think some people also don't like it because if they can turn it off.
But you're in charge of the season here.
No,
you don't have to listen to that.
I will look at it. I think it's cool. It gives also a fresh look to the Rift. It's not the same all the time.
I'm really happy that Summer's Rift looks new. Like,
I like as well.
It's really cool, and I'm hoping that we get a Freljord map for Christmas.
Yeah,
that we get the
I will
Christmas
like the
map
Freljord
back with the Baron with the little hat.
Oh, I remember now.
It's been a long time. Yeah. It's been a long time.
The Spirit Blossom now looks good.
So the other thing is just super quick. MKOI fans have been loving just like hearing about what you guys do outside of the game. Mirwin was saying he's been getting into Magic the Gathering. Are you playing other games on the side?
I collect Pokemon cards.
Hell yeah.
But I don't play it.
What's your favorite Pokemon card that you've got?
My favorite card, I think the favorite design, I will say is Theraura. There is a full art. I don't know from which pack I got it. The problem is I have it in German.
Oh well.
So, but the name is the same. Yeah. But I have 2 Bubble Mews, which is like a good card.
Yeah. I've seen the Bubble Mews.
I'm trying to get more into it. I have a Dragonite from Jungle, but it's I'm getting into it. I think, for example, also I play other videos. I like CS:GO. I like Valorant.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I would say those two, and collecting cards I think is my biggest
awesome
right now.
So then last question here before we wrap up is just anything to say to the MKOI fans, because I can attest these guys are crazy passionate. They found our interviews on YouTube before we posted them to socials. That I think they might have like Google alerts set up for your name or something. Yeah. They're really in, and they've been super positive and have been just cheering you guys on really hard. So yeah, anything to say to the people posting walls of purple hearts on every post that you guys are in?
I mean, I really like that passion, because I think it's also the passion that we actually have for this video game. So having fans that can be even supporting on the bad moments, like for example now I lost 1-3, but I'm already thinking on how I want to prepare for the next series.
Heck yeah.
So thanks for everyone for the support. As I always say, keep supporting us, and we will try to make Europe proud, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So you heard it here first, guys. You're going to see MKOI in a bunch of arena games, and the more arena they play, the more doomed CFO is.
I mean, I'm playing solo queue, but it's 50 ms, so I don't like it that much. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for the interview, man.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers.